Some would say true religion is the turning from vice to virtue, but others say that it is more accurately the turning of virtue to Christ. Hi, my name is Ted Rosenblatt, and I'm here with my father, Dr. Rod Rosenblatt. This is a phrase that you've often clarified on. What is the difference between turning from vice to virtue versus turning from virtue to Christ? You've used this a lot.
The first is the most common and is common in almost any religion, even the more mystical Eastern ones, that the goal of a true religion is to turn an individual from vice to virtue. It's all over the place. And then there are a few dissenting hands in the back of the room that say, I don't think that's enough. I think it's impossible, and I don't think it's enough. And then the question would be, well, what have you got as an alternative? And I'd suggest in Christianity, the key move is from virtue to Christ.
Let me back up. For the sake of folks out there who may not necessarily know what that means, because this is one I've been trying to get some. I wanted you to flesh out over time. What is it? What does virtue mean in the parlance that you're using here?
Well, it's really from the classics. Virtue is noble behavior as opposed to reprehensible behavior. It's improvement. It's moral improvement that's discernible by the actor himself or by those around him.
Well behaved as identified by the community.
Yes, or even by myself, but yes, that'll do just fine.
Right.
And the religion is to help us to do that. It's a self-help scheme. And most people would understand by religion that which helps you to do that. And Christianity says, bunk on all of it. The law utterly condemns each of us, and the gospel forgives us. Somebody else's action in our behalf acquits us from a death sentence. That's the key move in a Christian way, to be turned from even imagined progress and away from that to dependence utterly on somebody else acting for me and to my good.
Which I think is far more offensive to us than what we like to fiddle with in this kingdom with an idea like karma.
Sure.
This is a fun one, and I've talked about this with a number of people.
Sure.
You know, this is, you get what you give, right? This is, and even some Disney movies I've heard that said. And you're talking about, you know, the better you are, the better you get back. The worse you are to people, then it'll come back, it'll be visited back upon you. And we have these philosophies that...
Pure Eastern. Karma is from the East. It has nothing to do with Christianity.
And that's where you see one of the great divisions between the East and the West. That the idea that the other side of karma, because wouldn't karma be said to tie into that idea of virtue?
Yeah, and in the East, karma is a curse. We've baptized it sort of in the West, but in the East, it's the wheel you're trying to escape.
There's only bad karma?
No, there's good karma too, but the very idea of karma, of a cyclical coming back and being reincarnated and trying to make it off the wheel. The goal is to get off the wheel in Eastern thought. It's a curse.
It's another discussion about where you end up when you jump off the wheel, but I won't worry about that today.
Sure.
Yeah, but it seems like it matches our desire in a perfect way that we would like to be on a hamster wheel of earning our salvation, earning a better position eternally, than to be in this grind of some sort, whether it's a hell, whether it's a...
coming back again. If I came back again, I'd come back as a lock washer.
Escaping purgatory. Helping family escape purgatory, friends escape purgatory. We always seek to earn it. And at the same time, we struggle towards this end all the time, and you see it in the book section of the bookstore. While we presently have
sells well. Absolutely. And the gospel is offensive to religion.
There's no work to be done there.
That's an offense.
That's a key piece. If we've got nothing to do, then what do I do? Boy, is that a tough one. Well, we're gonna wrap this. We're gonna keep this one. We wanted to do a little virtue talk here. We hope you've enjoyed this, and we hope this has been edifying for you. And stop by 1517.org for more, and we will hear from you soon. Thank you for joining us on Talks with Dad Rod, part of the 1517 Podcast Network. This podcast and all 1517's content is made possible through financial support by listeners just like you. Please visit 1517.org for more, and please consider clicking on the donate button and making a recurring or one-time contribution to help us share this good news in a world which so desperately needs it.